Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you had seen my previous video, then you'll know that this weekend, or the weekend that's just gone, I've basically been documenting what's probably been the biggest weekend of training that I've ever done, possibly even the biggest week of training that I've ever done. It's nothing like compared to your pros, but for me it's a lot of hours, which I will be getting into, and I will be showing you everything that I've done basically through from Friday to Sunday. Just so you get an idea of sort of what the week was like, I'll give you just quickly the hours that I've spent on each of the disciplines. So in total I did 33.5 miles of running, which was 4 hours and 16 minutes. On the bike I did 6 hours on the bike, which was about 122 miles. Swimming was 7,400 yards and just over 2 hours. And then I also went to the gym 3 times and did 3 strength and conditioning sessions, which were about an hour long. So it's nothing compared to what your pros do. That's probably a small week for them, but for me, that's quite a big week, especially some of these weekend sessions. Now I'm speaking, I'm actually less than a week away from my first ever triathlon. It's literally in 6 days, which I am very nervous about. Equally as excited, but yeah, a little bit daunting, the whole thing, but I'm sure it will all go fine. So let's start off with the training on Friday. Friday I went to the gym and did a strength and conditioning session. It was just some basic movements, nothing too heavy because I didn't want to sort of overload my body too much. Then after that I had a swim, which I did in the evening. Now for the swim, I didn't actually get any footage because I didn't really want to film in the pool because it might look weird carrying a camera into a public swimming pool. But in total it was 2,500 meters, averaging a 141 per 100 yards. But overall a solid swim. There was a few little efforts in there and a bit of drill work, but overall, yeah, that's sort of the stats for the swim. Then this is kind of where it gets into the juicy stuff, some of the bigger sessions. So on Saturday we had a bike session, which consists of a 2-hour bike ride into an hour and 45-minute run. I've got all my gels and my bottles with everything sorted so I can practice sort of my nutrition that I'll be going through on race day, which if you haven't seen the video I will link up in the cards so you can watch it. It's like my plan for nutrition and stuff for the day. Really wanted to do this bike ride outdoors, but it is absolutely chucking it down. It looks like I'm going to be running in the rain as well, which is going to be fun. As for the bike itself, it's 30-minute easy spin into 60 minutes at zone 3, and then a 30-minute easy spin to finish off into an hour and 45-minute easy run. So I'll probably be looking at 12-13 miles for the run. On Zwift, who knows what the distance is going to be, but watts wise, for the 60 minutes it'll probably be around 240 watts. But yeah, let's crack on, get this session done. Just got started on the run, and as you can tell it's raining. It's actually quite refreshing though, because I was getting very hot in that little room.
My plan of action, got 2 gels on me. I don't like carrying water, so my plan is to find like a loop and do like a few loops of a run, just in case I need a toilet or some water, and it helps split it up a little bit. So see you shortly. You are never going to guess what I've just done. 45 minutes into the run, realised I've left my back door open. I opened it to circulate some air through whilst I was on the bike. I think I've left it open. Oh, really? Oh, come all the way home and I did lock it. Oh, I didn't want to stop for this run. Right, quick wee, straight back out.
Saturday's training ticked off. That is bike session complete, run session complete. All went well, hydration went well, stomach feels good. Didn't need to stop for any reason apart from to check the back door. So it's all good. Now on to tomorrow's session. So I shall see you back upstairs on the tripod. As you can see from the sheer volume of sweat on that bike, the session went really well. Heart rate data is looking good though, and fitness is definitely improving. I can literally see the past like week, every day it feels like my fitness is improving and getting better, which is a really good sign going into the race. We obviously then had that followed up by a brick run, which ended up being 13.4 miles, a 7:53 minute per mile pace, an hour and 45 minutes. But overall, that was a solid session, and that ended up obviously being about 3 hours and 45 minutes worth of training, with some efforts in there. So all pretty good. Definitely quite a big day for me. And then leading into Sunday, this was quite an interesting day in the end. Basically, I went out with my dad. So my dad and I, we went down to a local seaside, which is called Frenton-on-Sea. We thought it'd be a good idea to get a dip into the sea to see how cold the water was, and literally do a few strokes up and down, just to kind of get a feel for being in the open water, because obviously my swim is going to be in open water. Yeah, we were in for a little bit of a shock. Roll the footage and you'll see what I mean. Freezing. It's seriously cold. Oh, my feet are frozen already. Oh, that's too cold. My ice. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's freezing. I don't know if I can do it. It's too cold. That's seriously cold. Oh, it's too cold.
quick dip in the sea done. Now on to tempo run, which is 15-minute warm up with 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 minutes a tempo heart rate, each with 90 seconds rest, and then a 10-minute cool down, and then onto the bike. Just about to finish off the 5-minute effort. That leaves 4, 3 and 2 left. Just hit my turnaround point. Now on the way back to meet my dad. Legs are definitely feeling heavy after yesterday, but heart rate is looking very low, which is good. Session complete. Now just doing a really nice easy 10-minute cool down, and then onto the bike.
We just got back into the car and we're now going to be going over to Bradwell-on-Sea, which is where my event is taking place in a week's time, to do a course recce. Last time in this video up here, we did sort of about 10 or 11 miles of the course. It's 2 loops of this course that you can see on screen. So we're going to go and do a full loop of that and do sort of a full course recce, because I've got a 2.5 hour ride to do now. And then that will finish off those big weekends worth of training. Definitely starting to feel it. Legs are feeling a bit sore, definitely feeling a bit tired, but nevertheless my fitness is definitely feeling really strong. So all is going well. We've just stopped to quickly grab a coffee because it's going to be needed. We haven't had a coffee yet this morning, so yeah, I suppose let's get onto the bike.
Session
complete, and now a full rounded off weekend of training. We did end up cutting that bike slightly short just at the end. It was meant to be 2.5 hours, but we did 2 hours. Me and my dad, or I certainly was getting quite tired. The main goal for that was just do a bit of that course recce and we've now kind of done the whole route. So that was sort of my weekend of training. Like I say, it's probably been the biggest weekend I've had of training so far, which is why I wanted to document it. I thought it'd be quite interesting. You can see kind of like the peak phase, I suppose, of this first triathlon, which will be the middle distance. this weekend. Like I say, very nervous, also very excited for. But yeah, I shall end the video here because I have absolutely no idea how long it's been. Hopefully it isn't too much of me rambling on, but there you go. There's a full weekend of training, as I suppose I can call myself an amateur beginner triathlete, going into my first ever race. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it and you gained some information from it. If you have any questions, please do let me know in the comments. I tend to answer literally all of them because I don't get all too many, so it's quite easy to do. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you did. Helps out the channel, and I really want to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're about 300 off. So yeah, it's a little bit of a goal of mine, which would be really, really cool to achieve. So yeah, give us a subscribe if you want, like the video, and I shall see you next time for some, actually next video is probably going to be race day video, so I shall see you for that. Peace.